the night of all nights, where we enjoy candy, spooks, and ghouls. Happy Halloween. Hello, YouTubers of the world! Welcome to one of the final three episodes of Mega Halloween Mixer! And before I get started, have you all had a great Halloween tonight? Are you all enjoying your candy? Have you all been having some fun spooking people out? I hope you have, because I certainly took the time to do that myself tonight before I would make this review. And I thought long and hard on this special Halloween day on what movie I should review to celebrate Halloween. I almost thought of something with Halloween theme, but instead I decided to go with something in the themes of horror, since that's what Halloween loves to describe, horror in genres of movies. And I decided to talk about a well-known natural predator within the ocean, that being a shark movie. And not just a shark movie, but the classic Jaws. That's right, folks. A predator movie about one of the most well-known natural predators within the ocean, the predator fish of a shark. But this one, Jaws, as you all know, is a classic, deals with a 25-foot great white shark. When I first ever saw that movie and learned of how this thing was so big, I was like, I never knew sharks could grow that big. It was enormous, but I have to say my reaction was pretty much Brody's reaction when he got his first face-to-face look at the great white shark. He was so stunned, and I was with him, that the man needed a bigger boat. That man being Quint. Quint, the shark hunter. Oh, did I love this man? He really brought this. He really brought that vibe of the mysterious man, or better yet, not mysterious man, more like the creepy man, who just has this creepy feel to him that you just can't help but feel discomfortable around him. But I think things got really crazy when eventually, as Brody, along with what's his name again? Oh, I can't remember the guy's name. Oh yes, I believe his name was Matt Hooper. Yes, Matt Hooper, the oceologist who was the other main character in this movie. He had real great chemistry with those two, and as things went on, you saw how they were all just reacting differently when it comes to this shark. But before we can go into the final battle, we must talk about the first approach and how they made this movie. That is in the fact on how the shark killed the woman, and then and how it killed the woman and left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, or better yet say, in the town's mouth, because the the mayor and governors of the town saw this as a bad thing happening. Why? Well, because their town is an island where people come during the summer so it can last them throughout for next year. They need the summer dollars in order to be able to preserve their towns and everything. Unfortunately, though, with the shark being around, that's where they were going to close the beaches until when they heard about all of this, that they made Brody deny all that. Oh, but they soon found out that was a mistake, as it didn't take long for the shark to claim its next victim, a little innocent boy. But that's what led them to closing the beaches, but they still weren't really all that convinced it could have been a shark. But I think things only got more interesting when it finally was revealed to us that the so-called shark had been captured, or so they thought. But no, Matt Hooper thought otherwise when he looked into the shark that they captured. It turns out it was a tiger shark, and that its bite radius was not the same as the first victim. Now, is that saying could this tiger shark have been the one to kill the little boy? Maybe. But whether it did or not, it still didn't change the fact that these men captured the wrong shark, especially when you look at how those men are compared to Quint, a real known shark hunter. Oh yes, you knew it couldn't have been like that easy. And proven point it was when Matt Hooper and Brody cut that thing open to find out there was nothing in there. Or better yet, not the nothing of any of the human victims in there that they were expecting. But that's what led them into searching around until they found the tooth of a great white, and that is when they really got to panicking and desperately asking the mayor to close the beaches. Why won't you close the beaches? Unfortunately, whether even but unfortunately they didn't have the tooth with them because Matt Hooper dropped it. Hooper, I should just start saying Hooper. Why do I keep saying Matt Hooper? I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm just excited. What either way, it doesn't change the fact that, unfortunately for them, since they didn't have that tooth and not enough more evidence to go off of, and since he really wanted to believe the shark that those other people caught, the tiger shark, was the right shark, and that they would open up for business no matter what, no matter how many warnings Brody and Hooper gave the mayor, he was like, no, the beaches will be open. Oh, did he come to regret that decision? As well as while not a lot of people got eaten, it was the shark still made its move and got somebody, and it was enough to show that yes, the shark is still out there, and that the mayor finally was convinced that they must hire Quint to kill the shark. And that's when Matt Hooper and Brody decided to go with him. And that's what led into the crucial final battle as they are going out to sea to fight that shark. And boy, did they fight him in all sorts of ways. They use not just one, not just two, but three barrels to try to get that thing exhausted and be able to float so they could see the barrel. Surprising how it was able to go under even with three barrels, but it still did. Oh, what a crazy shark this is. As it soon started to get to Quint, that Quint was just losing it. They wouldn't, it took him a while before he would try to lure it to the shallow waters because at first all they kept doing was going more out to sea where the shark would have the advantage. But unfortunately, their ship was finally getting to the point where it was just losing itself and it couldn't take it anymore. It's almost like they were drifting from here on out. But I would have to say my favorite part of all was when Matt Hooper. Why do I keep saying that? Why can't I just say Hooper? What is wrong with me? Oh, who cares? It doesn't change the fact that Hooper tried to use a shark-proof cage on that great white, but that great white just tore it apart like nothing else, like a chew toy. That's when it finally had enough of those guys, and it jumped right on the boat and broke it in half, taking Quinn along with him, only for Brody to be the only one left. Don't worry, guys. Matt Hooper was able to escape that cage, but it was Brody who was the only one left to try to find a way to deal with the shark. That's where he find. That's where he took a can of tanks that were used to help people breathe underwater, shove it in that shark's mouth, and then use a rifle to shoot that thing that's stuck in and shoot that tank inside of its mouth, and then boom! Long, long goodbye. Bye bye, shark. It's been fun. A, tr- a truly good movie it is, guys. I enjoyed that movie. It truly did show some great horrors, and what a classic movie this was. Bear in mind, I do know a little bit about the book, such as in the fact that the characters in the book weren't very likable. Like Hooper was actually said to be cheating on Brody's wife. Yes, Brody's wife was cheating on him with Hooper. I don't know much other details, but one thing's for certain is that this movie, what a movie! It was so good that it led into three more movies afterwards. But I'm not gonna go into those, except for Jaws number 2, which is gonna be my next review to speak of, and you will see it downloaded here later on too, just like this movie. But now, having said all that, I hope you guys enjoyed the review of Jaws. And if you are enjoying it, do click the like button, hit that beautiful subscribe button, and the bell icon to be notified of when the next movie will show up, which will not be too long. And until then, the Vigilante is signing out. Happy Halloween!